The Mahango National Park in the north of Namibia is part of the larger Warthogs National Park. To the south, it borders onto Botswana, and the eastern boundary is the Okavango River, the waters of which are flowing to the famous Okavango Delta. This is the first day in the Mahango National Park in the Caprivi region of Namibia. It is end of the rainy season, Good Friday, end of March, and this morning there was still some drizzle. The Okavango River is in good flood, and this might indicate that there might be good sightings of some water birds. But let's see what the day has in store for us. This African fish eagle lived up to its name and displayed its famous call. Usually, this eagle sits on top of trees, but occasionally investigates what's washed up at the shoreline. The little egret is one of a number of African egrets. It is specialized in the catching of small fish. Operators of fish farms hate this reed cormorant. It is very effective in catching small fish. The high-pitched call of the blacksmith lapwing compares with a hammer being hit on an anvil, hence the name. White-faced ducks are gregarious, mostly occurring in large flocks. The kettle egret is largely specialized walking next to animals of all sizes, picking up the insects which are chased into the air by the moving feet of those animals. Outside the national parks, these animals are mostly cattle, hence the name. This black heron has caught a small catfish. First it is killed, then cleaned in the water and thereafter swallowed head first. After that, the beak will be rinsed again. Due to the S-shape bend, the true length of the neck of this bird is hidden. Underwater, it spears the fish with its sharp beak and then swallows them. Not a war veteran, but one of the shorebirds resting on one leg. A mature elephant bull on the left. Surprising are the short tusks. Generally, the tusks of the elephants in southern Africa tend to be shorter than those of their cousins in Kenya or Tanzania. The explanation for short or even broken off tusks is mostly put to a mineral deficiency. However, the mineral composition of the soil should not be so much different between the regions. Genetics might also play a role. A family group of elephants covered in mud. This is an effective method to fight off parasites and ticks. On top of the mud, quite often a layer of sand or dust is placed. Before this little elephant can get to mother's milk, it might have first to suck through a layer of mud. This vervet monkey is sifting through some elephant dung in search for some morsels of food. Elephants have only one stomach and a rather inefficient digestive system. Approximately 40% of the food intake is discarded unprocessed as dung. Even birds find occasionally some food within these droppings. An elephant's food intake is approximately 250 kilograms per day. This means that an elephant produces approximately 100 kilograms of dung each day. Not too bad. This kudu bull could very well drink water from the larger pool next door. It prefers, however, to drink this muddy water, which might contain some essential minerals. The red ledge will prefer wetlands. Their hoofs are somewhat broadly formed, allowing them to operate on muddy ground without sinking in too deep. They are also good swimmers. Proximity to the river appears to provide a favorable habitat for warthogs. There were many of them around. This one is a female with only 2 warts or skin folds on the forehead. The great egret is an outstanding catcher of fish. It is tall and can see far. Its excellent eyesight and the sharp beak are very effective tools. Common to all egrets and herons is their ability to stand motionless for a long time and then strike with lightning speed. Nature has equipped all birds with the necessary tools needed for their survival. The jacana has got extremely long toes. It allows this bird walking on top of water plants while foraging for insects. This Queco heron appears to be rather short, but it is as successful in catching fish as its taller cousins. It is categorized as a dwarf heron. The white-faced ducks do like what other ducks also do: head underwater and tail sticking out. Like all other antelope species, only the males of the red ledge-wing carry horns. The horns are somewhat similar to that of a waterbuck. A real trophy of an impala. Due to the markings around its tail, which looks like a large M, it is jokingly also referred to as McDonald's buck. A family group of sable antelope. Only cows with their calves. Bulls are missing and might around this time of year roam on their own in bachelor groups. The calves are beige-brown. Only in later years do they change their color into the characteristic black skin. The beige color is a good camouflage for the calves, when the mother hides them in the long and dry grass while grazing elsewhere. November seems for many animal species the preferred time of giving birth. In March one can see a lot of mother and baby pairs. The little ones are not yet strong and prefer quite often lying down. In any event, why to stress about grazing when mother's milk is in ample supply?